Welcome, Lemurs fans. James Nasser here as we are in a cloudy, overcast Kansas City, Kansas, as the Lemurs take on the Kansas City T-Bones here for Game 2 of this four-game series. A little overcast skies here at the ballpark. It rained earlier today, has been sprinkling on and off throughout the afternoon, although they did say when I checked earlier today, the forecast, there was some rain from 7 to 8 in the forecast, but then nothing else the rest of the night. I haven't checked in the last hour or two, so not sure if it's still the same, but still shouldn't have too much of an effect on the game today. Should still have a game this evening, maybe a rain delay or two along the way, but we should have a full game here today between the Lemurs and the Kansas City T-Bones here as the host team. T-Bones. Last night, Lemurs lost to the T-Bones 7-5. It snapped the Lemurs' four-game winning streak against, or just in this second half of the season, kind of, sort of. Not really second half, but the post-All-Star break part of the season. Lemurs won 4 games in a row, going back to that last game against Joplin, and then all 3 games against the Airhogs, but they lost game 1 last night. The winning pitcher was Josh Tolles. He came in relief of Josh Hodges for the T-Bones. And the save went to Tyler Ybarra. The loss last night, Kamakani Usui. As Lemurs lost 5-3, Usui came in, pitched the 8th inning, gave up a couple of runs, which were the go-ahead runs. Lemurs lost by 2. He entered the game with a tie game there in the 8th at 3. Lemurs jumped out to a 3-run lead, though, yesterday in the 4th inning, scoring 3 runs in the 4th, which were capped off by a 2-run home run off the bat of Jesus Poso. So Lemurs had some runs early on, but they didn't keep adding to it, and nothing really materialized the rest of the game, whereas the T-Bones, they tacked on 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and then to tie it, and then 2 more in the 8th inning, that bottom of the 8th to take the lead. Lemurs had a shot late in the game in the 9th inning. They got a couple of men on base, but they couldn't bring them across. Ended up stranding runners on the corners there last night in the ball game. I just pulled up the weather. It says from 6 to 7, 47% chance of rain, and from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, a 51% chance of rain. And then the rest of the night is around 7 to 4%. So maybe in the first couple innings of the ball game we might have some rain, maybe, but that is about it for tonight as far as rain goes. And we haven't had any for a while here in Kansas City. Just a lot of dark clouds in the sky and no actual rain. So hopefully it stays away and we're able to start a game on time and play a quick good one here that goes in the favor of the Lemurs. Getting the start today for the Lemurs, it'll be right-hander Ryan Beckman, the Lemurs' opening day starter and a member of the All-Star team this season for the South. He'll be going against righty Jared Messer. Beckman this season 6-5 with a 2.64 ERA. Messer 3-2 with a 4.26 earned run average. They'll be going head-to-head. Beckman's already faced T-Bones once this season, and we've seen Messer as well a couple of times this year. We'll get more into that pitching matchup here in a few moments. But let's take a quick look at the standings around the American Association. The Lemurs right now second place in both the South Division and in the wild card. In the South, they are 5.5 games behind the Wingnuts. Lemurs with a record of 43-34 after last night's loss. The Wingnuts 48-28. Won last night, so they gained a game back as it was a 4.5 game lead yesterday. But it's okay that the Wingnuts won because, well, they were playing the Winnipeg Goldeyes, who right now lead the wild card, which is what the Lemurs are closer in the standings to. Lemurs entered last night 2 games out of the wild card, still are 2 games out of the wild card because both they and the Winnipeg Goldeyes lost. So a chance yesterday, the Lemurs won to get within 1 game of the wild card, but they couldn't manage to do it, but it's okay. We're still got a ways to go of the season left. The Lemurs have played 77 games. They'll still have 23 games left of this 2016 season. In the South Division, rest of the division shakes out. You have the Texas Airhogs 28-49, 20.5 games out of first, and the Joplin Blasters 26-50. They're 22 games out of first place there in the division. Rest of the division standings, the Lincoln Salt Dogs lead the Central. They're 40-35. The T-Bones right now 34-42 are last place in the Central. But with last night's win and the Lincoln Salt Dogs losing again, Lincoln's lost 5 in a row and are 2-8 in their last 10 games. Really struggling right now, keeping that Central Division wide open. T-Bones are 6.5 games out of first place. Still a long shot for them as they have one more game than the Lemurs do left in the season. They have still 24 games left. To gain 6.5 games and 24 games is really a large mountain to climb, but still they're at the very edge of the brink of possibilities there. So if they get really, really hot, they could do it. Hopefully they don't, or if they do, it happens after this series. But T-Bones have won 4 straight games, so they are hot right now, 5-5 in their last 10. Sioux City is in second place in the Central, 39-37, just a game and a half out of first. They've won back-to-back games, as have the Gary South Shore Railcats, who are 39-38, 2 games out of first place in the Central. The North, well, the St. Paul Saints added another game to their lead. They're now 7.5 games ahead of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, as Winnipeg has 25 games and St. Paul has 24 games left in the season. St. Paul 52-24, Winnipeg 44-31 on the year. St. Paul 7-3 in their last 10, and Winnipeg 8-2 in their last 10 games. Fargo is 37-39, 15 games out of first, and Sioux Falls 27-50, 25.5 games out of first. So right now, Winnipeg, they're at the brink as well with the division. They still have some games left against the Saints this season, so they have a shot just because of that, and they're in second place. So even though they're 7.5 games out, I still like their chances of catching St. Paul better than Kansas City's chances of catching Lincoln, and Kansas City is 1 game closer in the standings there to Lincoln. So let's take a look at the wild card, the overall standings in that wild card. You have like I said, the Goldeyes have a 2-game lead over the Lemurs. 5 games out is Sioux City, who's won 3 straight. Sioux City 40-37. They're still in the hunt, trying to get in, trying to sneak into the playoffs. And right now, Sioux City with a better chance of winning the division than the playoffs, so they could still very well get in. And Gary is 6 games out of the wild card. Again, they're only 2 games out of the division. So a couple of those Central teams really competing more for the division right now than they are for the wild card, as the wild card is coming down to what it looks like a 2-team race. Fargo, though, still 7.5 out, right at the edge of still being in the hunt for the wild card. When we come back, we'll take a look at your scoreboard from around the league last night as well as today.
Amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
All right, welcome back. Take a look at the scoreboards from around the league last night. In the American Association. Get the words out of my mouth. Last night, you had Lincoln and Sioux City. They didn't finish the game. They're actually playing it right now. Sioux City's winning 11-1 over Lincoln. So that game, it was already out of hand when the game was rained out last night, but they still had to finish it. Sioux City winning, like I said, 11-1 over Lincoln. Final in Texas yesterday. The rest of these games are all final from last night. The Airhogs took down the Blasters 9-2. Over in Fargo, the Red Hawks lost to the Gary South Shore Railcats by a score of 6-5. And in St. Paul, the Saints won 15-1, clobbering the Sioux Falls Canaries. And the Winnipeg Goldeyes lost by 2 to Wichita. Game being played in Winnipeg. The Wingnuts won 9-7 over the Goldeyes. Take a look at today's scoreboard. Like I said, just that one game, 11-1 in progress from last night. No one else has started yet. You have Winnipeg hosting Wichita, Fargo hosting Gary. St. Paul is at home against Sioux Falls. Joplin is in Texas taking on the Airhogs. And Lincoln and Sioux City will get underway after their game from last night ends here in just what will be most likely a few moments. Umpires and managers have already exchanged lineups. So let's take a look at those starting lineups. First, for the visiting team, your Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs will be led off by shortstop Alvaro Rondon, batting first. Batting second, Burt Reynolds. He's the DH tonight for Laredo, just acquired yesterday in a trade with Texas. Ty Morrison is in left field, batting third. Dennis Phipps is batting cleanup. He's in right field. Batting fifth, Zane Chavez at catcher. First baseman Jesus Pozo bats sixth. J.D. Pulfers at second base batting seventh. Batting eighth is third baseman Cesar Valera. And center fielder Brennan Metzger bats ninth. Again, that's Rondon, Reynolds, Morrison, Phipps, Chavez, Pozo, Pulfer, Valera, and Metzger, with Ryan Beckman, the right-hander, on the mound for the Lemurs. For the Kansas City T-Bones, as they take the field right now, they are led off by Tyler Massey in center field. Jimmy Mojica, a former Lemur, bats second. He's at third base. Brett Wiley's at second base batting third. Jake Blackwood is batting in the cleanup spot playing first base. DH Anthony Gallus bats fifth for the T-Bones. Tyson Gillies is sixth. He's playing left field. Dalton Wheat bats seventh in right field. Vladimir Frias is at shortstop batting eighth. And batting ninth is Tyler Moore behind the plate. Jared Messer on the hill for the T-Bones tonight, the righty for Kansas City. Again, that's Massey, Mojica, Wiley, Blackwood, Gallus, Gillies, Wheat, Frias, and Moore. The umpires tonight, you have Trent Delmont behind the plate, Brian Child at first base, and Jordan Sandberg is at third. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch, or national anthem, followed by first pitch here in a few seconds.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning.
Miller invented light beer.
All right, time for the national anthem here in Kansas City.
Fans, we ask that you would please rise and face the American flag as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Kate Charbonneau.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, fans, turn your attention right behind home plate. It's time for Community American.
All right, here we go. Time for some baseball here in Kansas City. Lemurs and T-Bones going at it. Lemurs entering the game with a record of 43 and 34. T-Bones 34 and 42 on the season. As Jared Messer makes the start for Kansas City, the right-hander. He'll be starting his warm-up pitches here in a few moments after getting the baseball from home plate umpire Trent Delmont. Delmont delivering the baseball, has a few words with Messer. And here we go. Messer will be tossing today to Tyler Moore behind the plate. Jimmy Mojica's at third base. Vladimir Frias at short. Brett Wiley at second. Jake Blackwood at first. Tyson Gillies is in left. In center field, Tyler Massey. And in right field, Dalton Wheat. For Messer, it'll be his third time to face off against the Lemurs this season. His first two games combined, he is 0-1 with a 3.97 ERA, 11 and a third innings pitched in his two starts against the Lemurs, with 11 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He's walked 5, struck out 4. He's also given up a home run and 4 doubles, and the Lemurs are hitting .268 against Messer this season. Messer's last time against the Lemurs, that came on July 13th in a 3-0 loss. He gave up all 3 runs in 6 and a third innings pitched. he gave up 7 hits in that ball game with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. His first time against the Lemurs, a little more successful, 2 runs over 5 innings. Laredo still won the game, though, 6-2. He got a no decision, though, in that game while he walked 3 and struck out 1. So Messer hasn't had the greatest of success against the Lemurs, but as he's lost both the games that he's pitched in, or the T-Bones have lost both games, he has only taken a loss in one of them. Leading off the ball game for the Lemurs, it's Alvaro Rondon. He'll be followed by Burt Reynolds and Ty Morrison, the first 3 hitters in the game for the Lemurs. Rondon, the switch-hitting shortstop, batting from the left side against the righty Messer today. Rondon's batting .267 with a home run and 32 runs batted in. Messer, the righty, fires away the first pitch of the ball game from the windup, and it's a called strike at 7:05. They start right on time here. Messer's going to wind. I think they said 85 degrees was the temperature. Pitch up and away. It does feel nice. And the count 2-0 quickly, 2-1. The first pitch was a strike. Second pitch was up high for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Rondon. He swings, hits one in the air, shallow left field, down the line, tracking its Gillies. He won't get there in time. It falls in for a single for Rondon. He rounds first, but that's all he's going to go.
The designated hitter, number 23.
So Lemurs get their leadoff hitter aboard, and that's huge. As Burt Reynolds comes to the plate for Laredo. Reynolds, who was the league leader in home runs before getting traded to the Lemurs. He had 23 home runs in a Texas Airhogs uniform. Swings, hits one back up the middle. Frias glove flips to second. Bare hand play by the second baseman Wiley over to first. And my goodness, you won't see a double play turn that's that filthy hardly anywhere. They've already announced it as the play of the game. That double play, whew. Our middle infield combos made some pretty nice double plays, but that might be the best one I've seen this season.
The left fielder, number 35, Ty
Frias with the glove flip behind the bag. Almost behind himself, the glove was. And then Wiley with the bare hand grab on second base. 2 outs in the inning just like that, and it's a shame that it had to be the other team turning that sweet double play. First pitch to Ty Morrison, a called strike, 0-1. Morrison hitting .286 with 4 homers and 35 runs batted in. Swings and misses in the count, 0-2. Morrison, the lefty, against the righty Messer. Wait, that with Reynolds at the plate, and he hit it pretty well. Frias barely got to that baseball while still standing up. I thought he might have to dive for it there behind the bag at second. 0-2 pitch. Morrison swings, lines one foul down the left side. And the count's still 0-2. Brett Wiley playing pretty deep at second. He's on a step or two onto the grass out there in right field, playing behind the lip. Creeps up, now playing right on the lip, and the pitch inside, 1-2 to Morrison. Outfield, though, playing Morrison pretty much straight up. Out in center field, Tyler Massey a little bit to the left side, but only about a couple of paces. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Messer. Swung on and missed. There's strike 3, and the Lemurs get a leadoff single, but a double play helped erase it. Messer with a strikeout, and 3 faced in the first for Messer. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lemurs go to the field, and Ryan Beckman to the mound for the bottom of the first in this scoreless game between the Lemurs and T-Bones.
Beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeye's new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Ryan Beckman on the mound for the Lemurs. Beckman this season for Laredo is 6-5 with a 2.65 ERA, 16 appearances, 15 of those starts. He's thrown 2 complete games, one of which was a shutout. He's on the mound for the Lemurs, the right-hander. Behind the plate, catching him tonight, his battery mate, Zane Chavez. Over at third base for the Lemurs, Cesar Valera at short, Alvaro Rondon, J.D. Pulvers at second, Jesus Pozo's at first. The outfield left to right, Ty Morrison in left, Brennan Metzger in center, and Dennis Phipps in right field. First 3 batters for the T-Bones, Tyler Massey, Jimmy Mojica, and Brett Wiley. Massey will come to the plate for the T-Bones to lead off the inning. T-Bones center fielder. Massey this season hitting .283. He has 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. Beckman will wind in the first pitch of his outing tonight. Is it called strike 0-1? Beckman has faced off against these T-Bones once this season, and it was a doozy of a performance, that's for sure. One of his best outings of the year. He didn't get the complete game, as that pitch is missing outside for a ball. He just missed a complete game, throwing 8 innings of shutout baseball. One of his best starts of the year. That was back in Laredo on a day that it rained before the game. 1-1 the count to Massey as that last pitch missed the zone. And there's a swing and a foul tip back into the glove, and the count now 1-2. Beckman, though, in that start, that was back on, I'm struggling to find it here, back on June 19th. He went 8 innings, gave up just 3 hits, no walks, and had 5 strikeouts. Shutout baseball there, pitch down and away, and the count 2-2 evens up to Massey. Beckman was just dominant in that game against the T-Bones. They couldn't really do anything against him. Hopefully he gets something similar to that here tonight in this second game of this 4-game series between the Lemurs and T-Bones. Beckman with the 2-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball right side through the gap on the infield, and Massey's aboard with a leadoff single. So both teams getting leadoff singles in the first inning. However, the T-Bones were able to turn a double play off the next batter. Let's see if the Lemurs can do something of the same as Jimmy Mojica comes to the plate. In fact, Massey led off with a single last night in the first inning, and Mojica grounded into a double play. So, at the very least, they've switched roles this game. We'll see if they can match each other here as infield getting into position. We'll see how they line up. Mojica, 276 hitter with a home run and 10 runs batted in this season for Kansas City. As he's played in 16 games, made 15 starts, throw over to first. I say how the infield will line up. They do like to shift a lot. But right now playing about a true double play depth. Rondon playing a little bit slightly further off the bag from second than Pulver, but not much. Just about a step for Mojica to pull. Runner moving on the pitch. It's grounded to the left of the bag, or left of the mound. Coming off of the mound to try to field it was Beckman. He couldn't get there, though. However, Rondon, who was trying to cover second, was able to stop, backtrack, and still throw Mojica out. Throw a little wide. Pozo with the tag, though, as he came off the base. So 6-3 the put out of Mojica, and Massey moves up to second base. Brett Wiley to the plate, the second baseman for the T-Bones. Wiley leading the team in batting average with a .330 average, 5 homers, 38 runs batted in, and Wiley right now is 5th in the league in batting average, or actually tied for 5th, with Curie de la Cruz of Fargo Moorhead, and he's only 2 points behind Rene Leverett of Lincoln. First pitch down and away, ball 1 to Brett Wiley. Wiley last night was 2 for 4. He singled in the first inning, ended up being caught stealing at third base, and then hit an RBI double in the 5th. Double to the gap out in right center. Beckman with the 1-0 pitch, swinging a ground ball right side. Charging it is Pohl for the second baseman. He'll glove, throw to first, and there's 2 away. Moving up from second to third, though, is Tyler Massey. So there are 2 outs, but there is a runner at third base. And Jake Blackwood is at the plate for the T-Bones. Blackwood this season hitting .265. He has 12 home runs and 60 runs batted in. One of the best power hitters on the team for the T-Bones. Second on the team in home runs. He came in yesterday tied for the team lead in homers with Anthony Gallus, but Gallus hit a solo home run last night, one of 2 home runs that the T-Bones hit yesterday. The other was Vladimir Frias, who got his 5th of the year. 2 outs, runner at third, righty versus righty. Massey 90 feet away from home plate, and Blackwood takes low for ball 1. So no double play for the Lemurs this inning. And this very similar to what the Lemurs did yesterday. First inning yesterday, they got a 1-out single by Ty Morrison. Burt Reynolds walked, but Josh Hodges struck out 3 batters that inning. Blackwood swings, hits one high in the air into a medium depth left center. Calling for it is Morrison. He'll make the catch out there, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. So a leadoff single is all the T-Bones get. They do push him around to third. That's where Tyler Massey was stranded at third base. We go to the top of the second. Lemurs coming back to the plate for the second time tonight in this scoreless game.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Some wind blowing into the broadcast booth here as wind is blowing in from left field tonight. Last night was blowing kind of out to left center, now blowing in from left center. Really, yes, in from left. And Dennis Phipps to the plate for the Lemurs, leading off the inning here in the top of the second. Jared Messer on the hill throws a curveball for strike 1. Phipps batting .278 this season with 16 homers, 49 runs batted in. Phipps swings, grounds one back towards the front of the mound. A slow roller. Messer comes up front, throws over to first, and then puts away Phipps. 1 away. So Phipps grounds out on a soft bouncer halfway back to the mound. Messer gets a hand-delivered baseball from Trent Delmont, the home plate umpire. And Zane Chavez to the plate. Chavez, catching tonight for the Lemurs, was at first base last night as he and Poso continue to kind of alternate sort of over there at first and catcher. Seems like Chavez will catch 2 or 3 straight days and then play first for a day or 2 while Poso catches, and the pitch taken low. Lemurs decided they wanted to play both of them full time though. About 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months. Pitch to Chavez, taken low. 2-0. Before that, Poso had been getting sparing playing time as he and Abel Nieves were kind of platooning at first base and DH a little bit. 2-0 pitch taken up high. 3 balls, no strikes. So they have been kind of platooning of sorts. I say platooning, but I don't really know how it was decided who was playing. I'm not the manager. 2-0 pitch. Chavez swings and ropes one into center field. Running back is Massey. He'll pull up short of the warning track, though. That ball, or that wind, helping keep the ball in play. And there's a fly out to center for out number 2. Chavez hit it hard, though. But Chavez and Poso have certainly been a great combination this season. And really in the last week or so, ever since the All-Star break, we've played 8 games since the All-Star break, and in the 8-game time frame, Chavez and Poso are the top 2 hitters on the team in terms of batting average. As Poso comes to the plate right now, batting back-to-back tonight in the lineup. Poso with 8 homers, 37 runs batted in, and a .281 average. He hit a 2-run home run last night. 1-0 pitch from Messer. Poso swings and hits one in the air in a deep center field, about the same spot as Chavez did. And Massey will go back a few steps, make the catch for the final out of the inning, and toss it onto the berm for some fans. 3 up, 3 down for the Lemurs in the second. We go to the bottom. Lemurs T-Bones scoreless through an inning and a half.
Game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
shredded cheddar cheese,
a creamy sauce,
creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Anthony Gallus leads off the inning for the T-Bones as Ryan Beckman goes to work for a second inning here. Gallus hitting 189 right now in the season, takes a strike, 0-1. Sorry, 199 on the season. I was trying to read the scoreboard, and I can't see that far. Look at my stat paper here. 199, 13 homers, 35 runs batted in, 0-1 the count. The pitch down and away, tips off the glove of Chavez and rolls back to the wall. Count now 1-1. Gallus hit a home run last night. A solo home run to lead off the 6th inning on the first pitch. He also singled yesterday in the second to lead off that inning. He led off 3 innings yesterday, and he swings and lines one into left field. That'll be a hit as it goes down the line towards the corner. Morrison grabs it, throws it to the infield. Gallus with a double, and he's having himself a good series. Came into the series not hitting very well. Obviously still below 200 right now, but that hit should put him over. So he came into that at bat with a 199 average. Boost him up to probably right around 200. Gallus a total of 251 at-bats and 50 hits. So he'll be close to that 200 mark. I can't do that kind of math in my head, just on the spot. Tyson Gillies to the plate. Left fielder for the T-Bones, hitting .257, 4 homers, 11 runs batted in. Lefty batter, righty pitcher. Infield shifted for him to pull the ball. He'll swing and will pull the ball on a couple of high bounces towards Pulfer. They were hard high bounces. Throws over to first for out number 1. Gallus, though, does move up to third base, and there's a runner at third with 1 out in the inning. Dalton Wheat comes to the plate for the Kansas City T-Bones. Wheat, the right fielder, hitting .313 with 21 runs batted in. He's played in 46 games, made 37 starts, and has really been really good for the T-Bones since joining the team after finishing up college. Pitch called a strike, 0-1. Wheat, a rookie out of Emporia State University. Infield in with the runner Gallus at third base. Beckman with the 0-1 pitch to Wheat, swinging a one-hopper towards Rondon. He dove for it, but it got past him into left field, and Wheat with an RBI single. Gonna put the T-Bones on the board first tonight, and they lead 1-0 over the Lemurs. Had Rondon been playing back at a normal shortstop position, he would have been able to field it and at least throw Wheat out at first. But infield in, he had to dive for it and couldn't get it. And Wheat reaches Vladimir Frias to the plate. 1 out in the inning. Frias, the switch-hitting shortstop, batting from the left side against the righty Beckman. Wheat getting a lead at first base. That single for Wheat, the third hit of the game for the T-Bones so far. Frias squared around a bunt, pulled it back a little bit as the pitch came across the plate as it was down and away for ball 1-0. Frias, a .237 hitter, 5 homers, 28 runs batted in. He hit his 5th home run of the season last night. Dalton Wheat off and moving on the pitch. It's a called strike on the bunt attempt. The throw down to first. They call him safe. Apparently Wheat beating it just barely. The throw is a little high to Rondon. If the throw was a little more on target, so a little lower towards the bag, Wheat likely gunned down, but Rondon had to almost jump off the bag in order to make the catch, and then couldn't get the tag on Wheat in time. So runner at second base now with a 1-1 count to Vladimir Frias. Sun starting to peek through the clouds here in Kansas City. Likely meaning the rain is all gone. There's a swing and a bouncer towards Rondon just to the left of the bag at second. Charges in as they were playing Frias to pull. Throws to first. And there's 2 outs in the inning. Wheat does move up to third base, and now the third runner to reach third so far tonight for the T-Bones. So in 2 innings, they have 3 hits, and all 3 hits, or all 3 base runners to reach, have ended up at third base. 1 has scored so far, and 1 is still on, as Tyler Moore, the 9th batter of the order, comes to the plate. Moore, a .227 hitter with 1 round tripper and 3 runs batted in. Moore, who has started just 13 games this season. He's come in 7 others for a total of 20 games played. Pitch taken for a strike. He's come in as defensive replacement or a pinch hitter in 7 other games. I guess he could have pinch run a couple times if he, maybe, but I doubt you don't really pinch run with a catcher. 0-1 the count to Moore. Pitch taken, or swung on, grounded towards the hole on the right side. Diving was Poso. He couldn't make the play, but Pulfer is there. He grabs it and tosses it to the bag. Beckman had to use his best wide receiver skills as Pulfer was the quarterback there, leading him to the bag with the floater to retire Moore. 4-1 on the putout. Great play by the Lemurs defense to keep that other run off the board. It's 1-0. We go to the top of the third. Laredo trailing Kansas City.
Is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
J.D. Pulfer leads off the inning for the Lemurs here in the top of the third. Laredo so far has, or Jared Messer so far has faced the minimum through the first 2 innings. First pitch to Pulfer taken inside for ball 1 as he was backing out of the box. Pulfer hitting .249 with 7 homers and 47 runs batted in. Righty versus righty, and the pitch from Messer on the, he toes the third base side of the rubber, is lined into right center. Base knock for Pulfer. He's going to take a turn around first as Dalton Wheat scoops it up there in the gap. Pulfer aboard with a leadoff single. Lemurs got a leadoff single in the first, but a double play ball off the next batter helped Messer still face the minimum there in that first inning. Cesar Valera to the plate next for the Lemurs. Third baseman, as it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters this inning, Pulfer, Valera, and Metzger. Valera batting .281 with 4 homers and 29 runs batted in. Lemurs trailing 1-0 here in the top of the third inning. T-Bone scored 1 run there in the bottom of the second. Pulfer getting a lead. The first pitch to Valera, a curveball. It's called a strike 0-1. Valera last night was 0 for 4. He reached on an error in the 8th inning, though. His first 3 at-bats, he struck out swinging in all of them. So had a really rough day at the plate last night, trying to reverse that here today. Pulfer, the lead at first, digs that left foot into the dirt. And as the pitch is fouled away, right side out of play, 0-2 the count to Valera. Wind now blowing across the field, left to right. It's kind of shifted directions, was blowing straight in from left, now a little more almost out to right field. Towards that, from corner to corner, really. Throw over to first to check on Pulfer, but he was back in time. Getting the lead. Lemurs wearing their black jerseys again today, as they've worn, I think, now for like 5 straight games or something like that. Incredible. Check swing, as they will appeal, say he didn't go. Pitch was down and away, 1-2. T-Bone's going with the oxblood jerseys with the black lettering. Embroidered in white, it says T-Bones across the chest. Oxblood also, it's a maroon type of color. The pitch, another check swing, and home plate umpire Trent Delmont is going to call Valera on that one. He strikes out for the 4th time in the last 2 nights. Out number 1 here in the 3rd. And that's coming off these 2 games against Kansas City, coming off of a game in Texas against the Air Hogs, in which he was 3 for 3 with 2 walks. Reached every time, Valera did in that last game against the Air Hogs in Grand Prairie. Brennan Metzger to the plate. Metzger swings the first pitch he sees, hits one into right field towards the line, moving over his Wheat to his left, makes the catch. Pulfer, tagging from first, will run out a little bit, but then stop and go back to the bag. So Metzger retired on 1 pitch. comes into the game batting 100. He's 1 for 10 in his first 3 games with 3 runs scored. He's also walked. So 2 outs in the inning. Back to the top of the order we go. Alvaro Rondon to the plate. Rondon already singled today. That was to lead off the ball game on a 1-1 pitch. Delivery. Rondon bunts it right back towards the mound. Metzger's going to field it only a step off the bottom of the mound. Throw over to first. Inning over. A very quick inning as the last 2 batters only get 1 pitch for Jared Messer. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the T-Bones.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Happy birthday, baby girl. We love you from your mom, dad, and Megan. And Stephanie Alders and T-Bones will wish you a happy
Bottom of the 3rd, Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the Kansas City T-Bones.
Leading off the T-Bones, the center fielder, number 3,
Tyler Massey to the plate. Massey, the leadoff hitter for the T-Bones, at the plate for the 2nd time tonight, tries to bunt for a base hit, fouls it away down the 3rd base line, 0-1. So Kansas City bats through the order in the first 2 innings. Took the Lemurs 3 innings to get through theirs. Well, I guess 2 2/3. Rondon came to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Or top of the 3rd, excuse me. The pitch swung and fouled away. The count 0-2. Massey singled on a 2-2 pitch back in the 1st inning to lead off that inning. Ended up being stranded at 3rd base. At the plate now for the 2nd time tonight. Massey with 3 hits yesterday, 3 for 5. 2 singles, a double, a run scored. Struck out in his last at bat though. The pitch taken low. 1-2 the count. On the hill for the Lemurs, Ryan Beckman making his 2nd start against the T-Bones this season. He'll kick and deliver. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Massey goes down swinging. It's Beckman's first strikeout of the ballgame. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
third baseman, number 12, Jimmy Mojica.
Former Lemur Jimmy Mojica will come to the plate. Right-handed hitter, 0 for 1 today. Had a rough day yesterday. Was 0 for 5. Grounded into a double play and struck out once. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch to Mojica taken on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Nothing in 1. Mojica has played all over the place in his pro career. Couple years in Laredo. Swings, grounds one off the left side of the mound. Beckman goes for it, reaches, drops to a knee as his reach took him that way, but he'll throw to first and retire. Mojica, 2 up, 2 down. Beckman might be the best defensive pitcher. If we had a Gold Glove for a pitcher, hands down, Beckman's the best fielding pitcher on the team. At least out of the starters, you don't really get to see the relievers field too much, especially our relievers, because, they strike everyone out. So no one really hits the ball against them much. Beckman first pitch to Brett Wiley, taking on the outside corner, a called strike, 0-1. And two with Beckman, he's a ground ball guy, so he's going to get some grounders back towards him. But I don't think I've seen him make a bad throw all year, and he has to field usually 3 or 4 balls off the mound every game. There's another called strike in the count, 0-2 to Wiley. But Beckman definitely a solid fielder as a pitcher. Nods, whines, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beckman gets 2 strikeouts this inning, and he now has 2 in the ball game. 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the 3rd. And we go to the top of the 4th. Lemurs trailing T-Bones 1-0.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Burt Reynolds leads off the inning for the Lemurs here in the top of the 4th. He'll take the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Reynolds came over for future considerations in a deal made yesterday between the Lemurs and the Air Hogs. Pitch bounced in the dirt over the head of the catcher. Actually tipped off the top of the mask of Moore. It was hit so far in front of home plate. And the count 1-1. Something Jared Messer that I found interesting is that depending on the hitter, he changes where he stands on the mound. The 1-1 pitch, Reynolds swings, fouls it away to the right side over the first base dugout and out of play on top of the roof, covering the suites. And the count 1-2. Reynolds still in search of his first hit as a Lemur yesterday, went 0 for 3 with a walk. Walked it his first time up in a Lemurs uniform. Is DHing today, played left field yesterday. 1-2 pitch down and away. He hasn't gotten a hit in a while. When he was with the Air Hogs, he went 0 for the series, which was 0 for 12 against the Lemurs. And it was 0 for his last game before that. It was a swing and a weak grounder down the third baseline. It could stay fair, but won't. Rolls just foul at the last second. And the count's still 2-2. So last night was 0 for 3.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Allied Food Group here tonight at the ballpark. And also the North Avenue Baptist Church at the
He's 0 for his last 19. Well, yeah, 0 for his last 19. There's one walk in there, so he has managed to reach. But really, right now in a bit of a funk, although he does lead the league in home runs with 23. Lemurs have him and Dennis Phipps, two of the big home run hitters in the league. Phipps with 16 is in third place in the league in dingers. Two and two. The count to Reynolds, and the pitch, swing and a ground ball right side, and there you can kiss that streak, that hitless streak goodbye as he grounds one through the right side for a single to lead off the fourth for the Lemurs. Nice work by Burt Reynolds, and now he can start a hit streak. 1 for 2 tonight is Reynolds after grounding into a double play last inning, or his last time up in the first inning, and Ty Morrison to the plate. Morrison 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Reynolds, though, has had a bunch of stolen bags this year when he was with the Air Hogs. So he is a guy who is a threat to steal. Morrison bunts one beautifully down the third baseline. It's fair. Messer's going to field it, throw late to first. And I looked over at second, and Reynolds was on the ground. I don't really know what happened, but he made a turn at second base, and on that turn ended up falling to the ground, either losing his footing or trying to stop. He thought about going to third. Bunt single for Morrison. You love to see that from Morrison. He can do that. He does that pretty regularly. Those bunt singles, and that was just a perfect bunt. That is exactly what you want. And he beat it out. There wasn't a bobble, nothing. It was fielded cleanly by Messer, and he was the only one who could. He was the first one to get there. And Morrison's speed just beat it out. Pitch in the dirt to Dennis Phipps, 1-0, and now you force Messer to have to pitch to Phipps. And this a huge at-bat for both the Lemurs and T-Bones right now, as it's a 1-0 game in the top of the fourth. 2 men on. Morrison at first, Reynolds at second, Phipps at the plate. 1-0 the count. Messer with the pitch. Phipps swings and grounds it foul towards the third base dugout, and the count 1-1. When you have a hitter in Phipps who's very dangerous, obviously, 16 homers, 49 runs batted in. As I mentioned, third in the league in home runs, has sole possession of third place too. He's one ahead of Brent Cleveland, Reggie Abercrombie, and I think a couple others with 15. 2 behind Josh Mazzola, who has 18 for second place. You can't walk him because then you load the bases. The pitch, Phipps squares around, pulls the bat back, and the count 2-1. I don't know that I've seen Phipps bunt this season. Maybe one time. But hey, guys were playing back, expecting him to just hammer a ball somewhere. He lays down a bunt. Worst case scenario, you have runners on second and third with 1 out. And Zane Chavez at the plate. Best case scenario, or I guess medium case scenario, he reaches safely. And best case scenario, someone throws it away. Phipps checks a swing, fouls it away opposite side on top of the roof. And the count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Lemurs right fielder. Phipps, a former big leaguer. Currently, the only one of those the Lemurs have on their roster. Messer, 2-2 pitch. Phipps takes down in the dirt away. That was in the other batter's box, so far outside, and as well into the dirt. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs in the inning. I would say this would be a decent chance or opportunity to swipe a bag or to send the runners, but with no outs, strike him out, throw him out could really kill an inning. So we'll see if runners decide to try and do a double steal. Morrison with a huge lead at first base as he's not being held on by Blackwood. Reynolds, though, is being loosely held on by Wiley. Messer stepped off the rubber. Now is reapplied, getting ready as he gets the sign from Tyler Moore, the catcher. Reynolds at second, Morrison at first, getting leads. And the pitch, Phipps late on it, swings and misses. Chasing one upstairs for strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Jared Messer, out number 1 here in the fourth. Zane Chavez will come to the plate. 0 for 1 today, flew out to center field. Wind again now blowing in from left instead of across the field. And as Messer's been doing, I don't think I finished that statement though. Messer, if it's a righty at the plate, he puts his foot on the third base side of the rubber. If it's a lefty on the plate, on the first base side of the rubber. So he matches with his foot the batter with Phipps. And Reynolds, he's on that third base side with Morrison, and now Chavez, who's on the left, or the first base side, that left side. Pitch fouled away, up and out of play, the right side. 0-1 the count to Chavez. Big situation for the Lemurs. Base hit, scores a run, most likely. As they trail by 1-0. And well, when you have your ace in Ryan Beckman, who's usually good for 7-8 innings, pitch swing and a miss, 0-2. Although lately it hasn't been that long. He got pulled from his last ball game due to an apparent arm injury. Trainer to come out, look at him, and he got pulled during his warm-up pitches to start the 7th. So we'll see how long Beckman's able to go tonight. He is still going, didn't have to skip a start though, so hopefully he's all good to go. That start was against Joplin. 0-2 the count to Chavez. Messer looking back at Reynolds at second base. Chavez swings and foul tips it. That ball barely hung onto by Moore, the catcher, snow coning it. Had he dropped it, it wouldn't have been a strikeout. And the count, or 2 outs now in the inning, and Jesus Poso to the plate. Poso over 1 to fly out to center. And boy, after the Lemurs get back-to-back singles by Reynolds and Morrison, Messer settled down. He's got back-to-back strikeouts now. He has 4 in the ball game. As he tries to get out of it, Poso hoping he doesn't. Pitch in the dirt, it gets away from Moore. Everyone's going to move up a bag, and that ball rolls into the dugout. Runners were already moving to their bases, but they're only awarded that base that they were going to, which kind of stinks. Hoping they were getting an extra base, but it's not how it works. But runners, now 2 runners in scoring position after the wild pitch. Second and third, Morrison at second, Reynolds at third. 1-0 the count to Poso, who's been really good lately. The pitch, Poso takes on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. I mentioned he and Chavez, since the All-Star break, have the best batting averages. Chavez hitting .367 and Poso .345, and they've each hit 4 doubles. And those 4 doubles are tied for the team lead in those last 8 games. 1-1 pitch, Poso taking a little bit high, and the count now 2-1. So a big clutch opportunity here. Poso last night hit a 2-run home run for the Lemurs. That came in the 4th inning as well. He'll swing and foul one away here. Out of play the right side, and the count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was also with 2 outs in the inning. A 2-run home run in the 4th with 2 outs. Here he has 2 outs in the 4th inning with 2 men on now. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Poso with runners in scoring position, 2 outs. He takes a ball there just outside, barely missing the zone, the count full. This season batting .310, 29 at-bats, 1 homer, and 12 runs batted in with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Payoff pitch, Poso, swing and a miss. There's strike 3. So after back-to-back strikeouts, back-to-back singles, Messer strikes out the next 3 batters. When we go to the bottom of the 4th, Lemurs squander an opportunity, put some runs on the board. They trail 1-0 still to the T-Bones.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes Bonafide.
Jake Blackwood leads off the inning for the Kansas City T-Bones here in the bottom of the 4th against Ryan Beckman and the Lemurs. Blackwood today is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. First pitch, a called strike. 0-1. Lemurs had a great opportunity to score there in the 4th. They had runners first and second, no outs. The 4, 5, 6 hitters due up at the plate. But those 4, 5, 6 hitters all struck out to end the inning. There's a swing ground ball right side of the bag at second. Moving to his left is Pulfer. He'll make the play and throw to first for out number 1. So 1 away here in the 4th. And Anthony Gallus to the plate. In case you haven't missed, in case you've been not paying attention to Major League Baseball or the news or ESPN, because I'm sure it's been all over that. Of course, with the Olympics going on, some other things have taken a back burner in sports. First pitch to Gallus, taken up high, ball 1. But Alex Rodriguez playing his final baseball game tonight, as he and the Yankees have agreed to have him retire. And the Yankees were going to release him, and he decided to retire, so he doesn't get released. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. But tonight is final game. It's in Yankee Stadium. They were just on the road, so they waited till he got back. And, well, there's a lot of animosity towards Alex Rodriguez. 1-1 pitch. Gallus swings, and he hits one high in the air to deep left field, down the line, and it'll be foul. It had the distance, but it wasn't straight enough. The count 1-2. Gallus hit a home run last night. He scored the lone run today. He doubled his first time up. Ended up coming across the score, making it 1-0, and that's where we sit right now with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 the score. Lemurs trailing the T-Bones. Beckman nods. He'll start his windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beckman struck out 3 batters now in the ball game. And he has 2 outs here in the 4th. But not only is it A-Rod's final game, so they were going to do a little ceremony for him and stuff. Well, it rained in New York. They had to bring the tarp on. And the rain cut his little ceremony short. And I'm sure all of the people who just love to dump on A-Rod and hate on A-Rod, and I'm sure they're loving that fact. As well as another one, as the first pitch to Tyson Gillies is taken on the outside corner, a called strike, 2 outs, no one on here in the bottom of the 4th. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the T-Bones, but he also won't be playing the field. He'll be DHing. 0-1 pitch, Gillies swinging a miss, 0-2. And he hasn't played the field all season for the Yankees. He's been a DH in every game he's played this season. However, he went in and asked manager Joe Girardi, hey, it's my last game of my career. I'd kind of like to play third base. Like, could I do that? Could I play third? And Joe Girardi just said no. 0-2 pitch to Gillies, swing and a miss, strike 3. 4th strikeout of the game for Ryan Beckman, as he struck out 4 of the last 6 batters for the T-Bones. We go to the top of the 5th. Laredo trailing Kansas City 1-0.
Fried chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
The creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Miller.
J.D. Pulfer leads off the inning for the Lemurs. Here in the top of the 5th, Laredo trailing 1-0. First pitch from Jared Messer taken up high, ball 1. Pulfer today 1 for 1. He led off the 3rd inning as well. He hit a single through the right side of the infield, giving the Lemurs their first line drive to right, not a ground ball, but a ground ball here to left side. Mojica struggles for a half second to get it out of his glove and just beats Pulfer with the throw. Over at first. So 5-3 the put out of Pulfer. A very close play, about a step, maybe half step there to retire Pulfer 1 away. And Cesar Valera to the plate. Valera, third baseman for the Lemurs, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. That's coming off of his 3 strikeout performance yesterday. Valera taking a strike here, 0-1 the count. Lemurs trailing 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. Jared Messer winds in the 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul away. Right side into the seats. And Valera down 0-2. Looks like all the storm clouds have moved on out of the area here. I can see way off in the distance some dark clouds, but they keep moving away with the wind pushing it. Pitch in the dirt, and the count 1-2. Valera taking. Getting a nice sunset. You can't really see it though. It's setting kind of out beyond our left here at the ballpark. Pitch taken low, 2-2. If you were to go look down the left field line, you have to keep looking a little further to your left. Not quite behind the third base dugout, but not also behind the down the left field line. There's a swing and a ground ball towards Blackwood at first, and after bobbling it, it was left behind Blackwood. Hit his glove, went behind him. He thought he had it, had to go back for it, dropped to the ground, picked it up, and underhanded to the first base or to the pitcher Messer, but it was too late. Valera beat it out. They're going to rule that an error on Blackwood. E3, but Valera aboard. He's now reached on an error in back-to-back games. So now 0 for 5 in the series, 0 for 2 today, but he's on first with 1 out. And Brennan Metzger to the plate. Metzger with 1 hit so far for the Lemurs since joining the team a few days ago. First pitch he's going to take for a strike, 0-1. Metzger, who was with the Gary South Shore Railcats before he was released, joined the team. Former teammate of Drew Martinez and J.D. Pulfer last season. 0-1 the count to Metzger. The pitch taken up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Metzger 0 for 1 today, flew out to right field his first time up in the game. Over at first base, Cesar Valera getting a lead Lemurs have yet to try to swipe a bag yet today. Messer throws over to first. Back in time is Valera. Coaching first base today is Abel Nieves. He's been coaching first most of the time now. It had been Ryan Beckman for a while, except for on days Beckman pitches, of course. Beckman didn't coach first, although sometimes he would pitch, give way to the bullpen, and then go coach first. Metzger takes for a strike on the outer half of the plate, and the count now 1-2. But Nieves, he hasn't relinquished the first base coaching duties often here in the last week or so. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Metzger, righty versus righty. Waiting on deck is Alvaro Rondon for the Lemurs. 1 out in the inning, and the pitch, Metzger takes down and away, 2-2. Top of the 5th. Here in Kansas City, Lemurs trailing 1-0. We'll take a look around the rest of the scoreboard here in a moment. And the 2-2 pitch, Metzger swings, hits one into shallow right. Running out is the second baseman, Wiley. He gives way to Wheat, who makes a diving catch out in right field. Wheat at full extension in midair makes the catch, robbing a hit from Metzger. I thought Wiley was going to come make the catch. He was, I thought, closer to it, but Wheat calls him off and dives for it. Around the rest of the league, Sioux City leading 1-0 against Lincoln. Right now, top of the 3rd. Bottom of the 2nd in Winnipeg, Goldeyes up 4-2 over Wichita. Already a lot of runs in that game through just 2 innings. 3-3 score right now, top of the 4th in Fargo between the Redhawks and the Gary South Shore Railcats. Rondon swings and hits one in the air to deep left field. Running back at the warning track and reaching up, making the catch is Gillies. That'll end the inning. Rondon hit one almost to the wall here in Community America Ballpark, just missing an opposite field home run. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the T-Bones.
Invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Bottom of the 5th, Lemurs trailing 1-0 to the T-Bones. At the plate, Dalton Wheat will lead things off for Kansas City. 7, 8, 9 hitters of Wheat, Frias, and Moore. Rest of the league scoreboard. Rain delay right now in St. Paul, Saints, and Canaries. And then still scoreless in Grand Prairie between the Texas Airhogs and Joplin Blasters, top of the 2nd there. First pitch to Wheat, takes inside, ball 1. Wheat wearing his work gloves there at the plate. The pitch from Beckman. Wheat takes for a called strike. The count 1-1. Wheat singled and stole a bag in the 2nd, ended up being stranded at 3rd base that inning. T-Bones have gotten 3 runners to 3rd tonight. 1 has scored. Lemurs have gotten just one man to third and two men to second. Neither have scored. There's a swing and a foul off the legs of Wheat, and the count 1-2. Ryan Beckman, one of 3 Lemurs from the 2009 draft class of the Pittsburgh Pirates. In fact, all 3 of those Lemurs are on the pitching staff. We'll see another one pitch later this series. 1-2 pitch. Wheat swings, fouls one away. That's Zach Dodson. He made his Lemurs debut a few days ago in Grand Prairie against the Air Hogs. The third, well, he was the third one to join the team. The other is Jeff Inman, the Lemurs closer, so we could see him. You never know when you will see him. You know, in a close game in a late innings with the Lemurs in the lead, you'll see him. 1-2 pitch. Wheat swings, grounds one right side again through the hole. And Lemurs were shifting for Wheat to go the opposite way, so the right side of the infield completely wide open as Pulver was standing behind the bag at second, and Wheat just hit it to that huge hole in the right side of the infield. Leadoff single. Wheat 2 for 2. And Vladimir Frias to the plate. Frias, a long-time T-bone. He's been manning the shortstop position for quite some time for Kansas City. 29 years of age, as a throw to first, Wheat dives back in. I say long time. He's only in his 3rd year here with Kansas City. But in by American Association standards, that's a pretty long time. Guys don't typically stay around for really more than 3 years. Pitch outside. 1-0 the count. Even 3 years is a long time. Not too many guys that do that either. Usually it's 2 seasons. 3 seasons is long. There's a few guys that have been around a little longer than that with some teams. 1-0 the count. Throw over to first, though. For example, the Lemurs right now, they don't have anyone, or actually they have one person who's been with the team for 3 years, and that's Dennis Phipps. That's it. Everyone else is in their 1st or 2nd season with the team. Now, Peter Cavilla is one to make a lot of roster moves during and after the season, but still, that's a bunch of moves. Count still 1-0. The pitch taken low, 2-0. Kansas City has a few guys that have been around for a little while. Jake Blackwood's been with the T-Bones a few years, as has Jared Messer, but that's about it. Everyone else pretty new to this T-Bones team. 2-0 pitch taken for a strike, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Blackwood actually only in his 2nd year with the T-Bones. Well, sort of. Pitch swung on, fouled away. Really his 4th year, but only 2nd year in a row. He was in independent ball with the T-Bones in 2009 and in 2010, back when they were still part of the Northern League, which no longer is in existence. And Jared Messer's in his 3rd year with Kansas City. 3rd year in a row. So that foul ball, the count 2-2 to Frias. The break-even pitch, swing, ground ball down the first baseline, but foul. And the count stays even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Frias 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short his first time up. And why is it that guys don't spend more than 3 years with a team? Well, I think there's a combination of reasons. Nodding is Beckman. Comes to a set, finally delivers the 2-2 pitch. It's outside. Runner was moving on the pitch, and on the transfer from glove or from catcher's mitt to hand, Chavez couldn't complete it. Slung the ball off to his right. So stolen bag for Dalton Weed, his second steal of the game. And the count now full to Vladimir Frias, 3-2. Runner on second base. No outs in the inning here in the top of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth. Lemurs trailing 1-0 to Kansas City. Beckman with the payoff pitch, swinging a ground ball towards second. Pulfer sits on it, throws to first, and there's one away. Runner on third base, though, as Wheat moves up on the ground out. Frias now is 0 for 2 in the ballgame. But one of those reasons is guys, well, if a guy spent a while in an affiliated ball, he'll join the American Association somewhere between the ages of 25, 27, or even later, sometimes 28, 29, 30. So you play 3 years, and you're somewhere between 27 and 30. A lot of them closer to 30 after 3 years in the league. If they'd already had previous pro ball experience, and well, they decided to just hang it up because they're still in independent baseball at the age of 30, 31. Pitch called a strike. But for guys who start their careers in independent ball, they'll play a little longer if they decide they just want to keep playing, keep pursuing the dream of getting picked up and playing Major League Baseball. 0-1 the count to Tyler Moore. There's a check swing. He went through the zone, and it's a strike. Now 0-2. Infield in. Runner at third base. 1-0 the score. Lemurs showing the T-Bones. Moore, the catcher, ninth batter of the order. At the plate, Dalton Wheats at third base. And the other reason, too, is teams are always trying to improve and move guys around, trying to make their team better here in the league. And so if they think trading a guy is going to make their team better, they'll do so. 0-2 pitch to Moore, taken low. And the count 1-2. Or guys get picked up. They play well enough, they get picked up, get noticed. Lots of different reasons for guys to only play a few years for one team in the American Association. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tyler Moore. And the pitch. Check swing. It was outside and low. They'll appeal to first base. But Brian Child says he didn't go. And we count 2-2. Beckman wants a different baseball, so he'll get one. Two balls, 2 strikes. The count to Moore, who grounded out on a great play made by Pulfer and Beckman last time. Poso dove for it, missed it. Pulfer fielded it in the hole and threw to first base where Beckman was still running to the bag, and he threw to the bag. Beckman made the catch in stride. Swing, ground ball, foul. Down the third base line. Count still 2-2. Some interesting Olympics news today, but I don't want to spoil any of it in case you haven't watched it and are planning to, so I won't talk about it. Some good things and some bad things and some just interesting things have happened today for America in the Olympics. 2-2 pitch from Beckman on its way. Taken just low outside. I couldn't quite tell from here, but it looked pretty good. It was very, very close. Tried to get that low outside corner, but he missed it somewhere. And the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Moore. Can't see it usually just because the catcher will lean over, and so I can't see the plate. In this case, catcher Zane Chavez. Pitch swung on, grounded left side. Valera fielded at third, had trouble getting it out of his glove, throws to first with it. It'll be an RBI as Dalton Wheat slides into home plate. 2-0 the score. Moore grounds out 5-3. Valera fielded it with the glove cleanly, but had an issue getting it out as he thought about going home with it. Decided to just get the out at first. And The Lemurs trail 2-0 to the T-Bones here with 2 outs and no one on in the bottom of the 5th. Tyler Massey, leadoff hitter, center fielder for the T-Bones at the plate. Beckman winds and the pitch to Massey is taken down and away for ball 1. Massey 1 for 2 today. He struck out and has singled to start off the first inning. Struck out to start off the third. Beckman with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Chavez catching today. The count 1-1. Lemurs, despite the loss yesterday, didn't lose any ground in the wild card standings, so that's good. They could have gained some ground, though, but did not. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul away. And while the good news is for the Lemurs that if they lose games in this series, they're guaranteed to only lose ground in either the wild card or the division. Losing games still hurts because if you win a game, you're guaranteed to gain ground in one of the two. 1-2 pitch to Massey, taken just a little bit outside in the count 1-2. Sorry, 2-2. Beckman nods. Break-even pitch to Massey. Well outside and low, and the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Tyler Massey with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Laredo trailing Kansas City 2-0 in Game 2 of this 4-game series. Beckman delivers. A 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Massey goes down swinging. Beckman has his 5th K of the game. Second time he's gotten Massey. And we go to the top of the 6th. Laredo now trailing 1-0 to KC.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries. Which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words. Which led to the invention of spell check. Which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs.
Burt Reynolds leads off the inning for the Lemurs, takes ball 1 high, 1-0. Reynolds today, 1 for 2 in the game. He reached third base for the Lemurs, the only batter to do so tonight, but he was stranded there. 1-0 pitch, Reynolds taking high again, 2-0. Working ahead of the count here against Jared Messer for the Kansas City T-Bones. So Reynolds with his first hit as a lemur. There we go. Singular. Pitch taken outside. Oh, on the outside corner, actually. Called strike. 2-1. See Reynolds nodding the plate, maybe asking home plate umpire Trent Delmont where that was. 2-1 the count. Messer with the delivery. Reynolds chasing one outside, and the count 2-2. Evens up. Lemurs down 2-0 after Kansas City scored a run last inning. Messer with the pitch. It's in the dirt. Reynolds swings and misses. Not even going to try and go to first. He'll just wait to be tagged. He strikes out for the first time tonight. One away. For Messer, that's his 6th strikeout of the ballgame. And Ty Morrison to the plate. Morrison 1 for 2 today, singled in the 4th as well. When Reynolds and Morrison led off the 4th inning with back-to-back singles, that was the Lemurs' best opportunity they've had to score tonight, but they couldn't cash in. We've got a hill out here in right field, a pretty steep hill too. So steep that they have to have stairs going up and down it. Pitch taken for a called strike, 0-1. But, well, those stairs also, it's right there by the clubhouse, and players can walk from the field up the stairs to the clubhouse. 0-1 pitch, taken in the dirt, and the count 1-1 to Morrison. And there's a number of blankets and towels out there on the berm from fans sitting out there watching. It is Friday night, so that means it's fireworks night. 1-1 pitch, taken on the outer edge of the plate, and the count 1-2. Tonight their promotion was, or is, Pirates and Princesses, or Princesses and Pirates, one way or the other. Someone throwing in the Lemurs pen right now. 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul tip back in the glove, strike 3. Another strikeout for Messer tonight, 2nd of the inning, 2nd time he's gotten Morrison today, and overall his 7th of the game. And Dennis Phipps to the plate with 2 outs and no one on. Phipps today, one of those strikeouts belongs to him. He's 0 for 2. He also grounded out back to Messer on a soft grounder halfway up to the mound. First pitch, Phipps taking high with a fastball, 1-0. I was wondering if, like when we had in Laredo, we had Princess Night, it actually was against the T-Bones. 1-0, taken for a strike at the knees, and the count 1-1. I was wondering if they would replace the players' pictures on the Jumbotron with pictures of princesses, but they did not. 1-1 delivery, swinging a line drive towards the second baseman, Wiley. He comes in and makes the catch, having to come in a step as that ball was sinking down towards his feet. And that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down again for Messer. We go to the bottom of the 6th, Lemurs trailing 2-0 to the T-Bones.
Chavarrias Plumbing is the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine.
Jimmy Mojica leads off the inning for the T-Bones. 6th inning here, bottom half. Mojica, Wiley, and Blackwood, 2-3-4 hitters for Kansas City. Right-hander versus right-hander. Beckman's still in the game. Pitch, Mojica squared around, pulled the bat back. It's a called strike 0-1. Say Beckman's still in the game because I saw someone warming up in the Lemurs pen. Couldn't quite tell who it was when the Lemurs were at the plate. So I thought maybe Beckman would be done after just 5. Maybe just getting a little loose in case he needs some relief this inning. Swing, ground ball, right side. Diving his Pulfer towards the hole. Just out of his reach. It's a leadoff single for Jimmy Mojica. Which brings Brett Wiley to the plate. Wiley 0 for 2 today. Has a strikeout. That hit for Mojica, his first of the series, was previously 0 for 7 at the plate. The last 2 nights, now 1 for 8. Pitch swung on and missed. Actually, foul tip back in the glove, 0-1. Wiley struck out in the 3rd and grounded out in the 1st. Lemurs getting into the late innings of the game here in the 6th inning. Still in the middle innings, though. Pitch swung on and missed in the count 0-2, but T-Bone's guaranteed to be in the lead as we go to the 7th. And when leading after 5 innings, Kansas City this season 24-5 on the year. So they do a good job when in the lead. They're in the lead here in the 6th. There's a swing and a miss. Runner Mojica was trying to steal on the pitch. He gets thrown out. It's a strike him out, throw him out. Little double play action. And that'll make 2 outs in the inning with no one on for Jake Blackwood. So 2 outs now, no one on. Jake Blackwood at the plate is 0 for 2 today. Fly out and a ground out. Yeah, when leading after 7 innings, the T-Bones this season 28-4. So imperative that the Lemurs get something on the board here in the top of the 7th. Blackwood takes a strike 0-1. They're only trailing by 2 though. It's 2-0. Beckman nods, exhales, and delivers the 0-1 on the outside corner, and it's a called strike 0-2. Lemurs have been pretty good this season when leading late into ball games as well. So definitely in that this 7th inning, you want to get in the lead for whenever you hand it off to the bullpen, whenever that may be. Pitch taken just outside on the 0-2. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beckman winds in the 1-2 pitch. Blackwood swings, hits one high into the air into left field. Coming in is Morrison. He'll make the catch on the move. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. Beckman faces the minimum thanks to a caught stealing. And we go to the top of the 7th, Laredo trailing 2-0 to Kansas City.
Imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan.
This happening is sponsored by iFly.
Top of the 7th. Lemurs trailing 2-0 to the T-Bones. Laredo will be led off by Zane Chavez, Jesus Poso, and J.D. Pohl for this one.
Catcher number 9, Zane Chavez.
Chavez today 0 for 2 in the ballgame with a strikeout, part of a string of 3 straight strikeouts for Jared Messer back in the 4th. Pitch, Chavez taking a called strike 0-1. And that's the inning. The Lemurs probably wish they could have back the results of that inning. They got back-to-back singles by Reynolds and Morrison, and then 3 straight strikeouts couldn't bring them in. 0-1 pitch, Chavez swings, grounds one down the first baseline towards Blackwood. He fields it near his stomach, takes to the bag himself, 1 away. I'll give you some of those numbers for the T-Bones this season when they're leading after 7. T-Bones very, very good when leading after 7. They're 27-4 when leading after 7. The Lemurs, when leading after 7, are 21-2. However, when the Lemurs are tied after 7, 4-7 on the year, and trailing after 7 innings, the Lemurs are 3-40. First pitch, a called strike to Jesus Poso. Really not a whole lot of teams with a great comeback ability. The most comeback wins when trailing after 7 belong to Winnipeg. Pitch low for a ball. Jesus Poso at the plate right now 0 for 2. Winnipeg 7-21 when trailing after 7. And then Wichita is 6-22 when trailing after 7. No surprise there, at least by me, because I read the scores every single night. I kind of follow the games, and so I know I've seen them multiple times come back from deficits late in games. But everyone else is really in the 2-3 range of comeback wins. There's a swinging ground ball towards a shortstop. Frias will tap the glove throw high to first, but Blackwood makes the stretch, and there's 2 away. So a 2-out Cesar Valera J.D. Pulfer will come to the plate, skipping a line here in my book. And the Lemurs, in fact, when trailing after 7, only one team has fewer wins. They're tied with Lincoln as far as wins go. Lemurs trailing after 7, 2-25. Lincoln 2-23. But one team has 0 wins when trailing after 7. That being Sioux City. They are 0-32 when trailing after 7 innings. Pitch taken low, ball 1. However, Sioux City, when leading after 7 innings, are 30-0. How about that? Sioux City they should just play 7-inning games. Pulfer lines one off of Messer. It'll roll though right to Wiley, the second baseman. He'll throw to first, and Pulfer's retired. 1-4-3. Inning over. Top 3 up, 3 down for Messer. Second straight inning he's done that. We go to the 7th inning stretch here in Kansas City. Lemurs trailing 2-0 to the T-Bones.
Loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
The creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing
Bottom of the 7th, so Kansas City now guaranteed to be leading after 7. The only question is by how much. Anthony Gallus leads off the inning. He'll be followed by Tyson Gillies and Dalton Wheat. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Infield shifted for Gallus to pull. First pitch from Beckman, a called strike 0-1. Beckman going into the 7th inning here tonight. He's only given up 2 runs with the Lemurs offense. They've been stymied tonight. Pitch outside. And the count 1-1 by Jared Messer. Laredo with 4 hits tonight, 5 for Kansas City. KC's also committed an error. The pitch taken inside, 2-1. Gallus today doubled in the 2nd, ended up scoring the first run of the game, and then he struck out in the 4th, 1 for 2 today. Beckman winds in the 2-1. Swing, a little looper, or a little pop-up on the infield. Poso coming across, makes the catch about 10 feet away from the bag at second base. Because of the shift, Poso already playing that side, and Pulver was trying to come in from the left side of second to make the play. Poso almost ran Pulver over. That has to be the furthest I've ever seen a first baseman make a catch from first base. Well, maybe not the furthest. Up the line and right field is pretty far. But, I mean, the closest to second I've ever seen a first baseman make a play, because that is clearly in the second baseman's territory most of the time. Although if the infield shifted like that, well, it's kind of an in-betweener. Infield shifted a little bit for Tyson Gillies, lefty batter to pull. Takes a pitch inside, nearly hit him. The count 1-0. Whereas if the defense was playing like this and that ball was hit, Rondon's probably the closest one to it, but Pulver also, they might be about equal distance from it. But Poso is nowhere near making the play on a pop-up to that same spot right now. 1-0 the count. The pitch swung on, hit into the air, right center field. Running over to his left about 10 steps is Metzger. He'll get under it, make the catch. Easy routine play for Brennan Metzger out there in center field. And there's 2 outs here in the inning, 2 up, 2 down, and Dalton Wheat to the plate. Wheat 2 for 2 today. He has 2 stolen bags and has scored a run. He's almost scored 2 runs. He was at third base back in the 2nd inning, but was stranded there. So Wheat to the plate with 2 outs here in this Friday night in Kansas City. No one on. Lemur's going to play him straight up. And the pitch to Wheat, swung on and grounded on one hop towards Pulver. He snags it, a hard hit ball. He makes the play, throws to first. Wheat retired, and he hit it almost the same spot he did before, although this time the Lemurs playing him straight up. He couldn't just pull it through the massive shift like they were shifted for him before. And Pulver with a great play over there at second base. 3 up, 3 down inning for Beckman there in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. Lemurs trailing 2-0 to the T-Bones.
Outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
First pitch of the inning to Cesar Valera's high, ball 1. Valera leading off the 8th inning for the Lemurs as they trail 2-0. Jared Messer still on the hill, delivers, swing and a miss. 0-1, or 1-1. Pitch taken low. 2 balls and a strike. Numbers for the Lemurs when trailing after 8 are 2-27 this season. They're 3-3 when tied after 8 innings. 2-1, swing and a miss. Count evens up 2-2 as Valera chased it high. So Lemurs really need to score some runs here. Otherwise they go to the 9th. Trailing the pitch. Swing and a miss. Valera chasing it way outside and low. He strikes out for the second time tonight. He's now 0 for 3 in the ball game. 1 out here in the 8th. We'll bring up Brennan Metzger to the plate, playing center field tonight for the Lemurs.
Center fielder number 34, Brennan Metzger.
Metzger has flown out to the right fielder, Dalton Wheat, twice tonight. He squares around a bunt, pulls the bat back. It's a called strike 0-1. The last time, Wheat made a great diving catch out in the outfield. That was in the 5th inning. Called off Brett Wiley, the second baseman, and then laid out for it. Fantastic catch. 0-1 the count. And that ball is swung on, hit high in the air in a deep right field towards the corner. At the warning track in the corner, the out is made. A great play by Dalton Wheat again. 2 outs in the inning, top of the order. And actually, I think that might be a new pitcher in the game for the T-Bones. I didn't hear an announcement. Doesn't mean there wasn't one. I can't quite tell who it is. I think it might have said 13 on the back. Pitch to Rondon, taken for a strike, 0-1. The 13 is Josh Hodges, who pitched last night, so it's not him. Pitch to Rondon, a swing and a miss. And the count now 0-2. Rondon 1 for 3 today. 0-2 pitch up high. No, it still is Messer. Thought it was, but he's not throwing from the windup anymore. He's just throwing from the stretch. Oh, there you go. Windup again. Pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. He's just changing his pace up a bit, I guess. Somewhat quicker, somewhat slower. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Messer. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Lemurs trailing 2-0. T-Bones.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias.
Vladimir Frias leads off the inning. First pitch, a called strike from Ryan Beckman, 0-1. Frias, Moore, top of the order, Massey to the plate. 8-9-1 batters here in the bottom of the 8th. So Lemurs, they're going to win tonight. They're going to have to come back in the 9th to do it. 0-1 pitch, Frias squared around to bunt. Pulled it back, and it's missing for a ball outside. 1-1. Frias 0 for 2 today. A couple of ground outs to each of the middle infielders. Defense shifted for him to pull the ball, and he does. A line drive to the right side of the infield, into right, where it's scooped up by Phipps. Leadoff single for Frias, his first hit of the night. 1 for 3 now. To the plate, Tyler Moore. Tyler Massey's on deck. Moore is 0 for 2 today. A couple of ground outs. 1 to third, 1 to second. As both starters going into the 8th inning. You had Messer throwing so far 8 innings of shutout baseball. Ryan Beckman, he's thrown 7 innings of 2-run baseball. Trying to make it 8 innings of 2-run baseball. And the pitch squared around and bunted left side. It's grabbed by Chavez as he slides to his knees, comes up firing to first. Great play by Zane Chavez there as he makes the out. Getting Tyler Moore, but running up to second base is Frias. The sack bunt. That's a really nice bump by Moore, though. If he had a little more speed, he had maybe Ty Morrison speed, might have been safe. It was around the same area as Morrison's bunt that he got for a base hit on earlier today. Back in the 4th inning. Top of the order up, Tyler Massey with 1 out and a runner on second base. That's Vladimir Frias. Beckman from the stretch looks over at Frias, one glance, and delivers the pitch. Swung on, grounded right side towards Pulver. Fields it around the knees on the hop, throws to first. 2 outs in the inning. Frias moves up to third base. So Jimmy Mojica, who's 1 for 3 in the ball game, comes to the dish. Mojica, a couple of ground outs, and then singled in the 6th, but was caught stealing as the back end of a strike him out, throw him out. Defense playing him pretty much straight up with a runner on third base and 2 outs in the inning. Beckman throwing from the stretch, looking over at Frias at third base, delivers the first pitch. Mojica swings at it and fouls it away to the right side into the seats. 0-1 the count. T-Bone scored a run in the 2nd and a run in the 5th tonight. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th with a runner at third. I realize I haven't given you a scoreboard in a while. Forgot to in the 7th. I gave you one late in the 4th, so we'll go here in the 8th if I can. Squeeze it in here before Mojica's retired. There's a 0-1 count on him with 2 outs in the inning. Beckman with the pitch. Taken low and away. And the count 1-1. Right now, Winnipeg leading 5-2 over Wichita, top of the 5th. Lincoln's trailing 2-0 to Sioux City in the bottom of the 5th. Tie game in Fargo between the Red Hawks and the Gary South Shore Railcats, bottom 7th there, 3-3. Pitch swung on, grounded left side towards the hole. Valera is going to miss it. It'll go through him to the shortstop, Rondon. He throws to first. Sliding was Mojica, but the throw by Rondon gets to first base in time, and it's the end of the inning. T-Bone strained a runner at third, and we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Lemurs here this evening as they trail 2-0 to the T-Bones.
Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeye's new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
We'd like to imagine.
Burt Reynolds leads off the inning for the Lemurs. 2-3-4 hitters for Laredo as they trail 2-0. First pitch from Jared Messer, a called strike 0-1. Messer trying to go the distance here and get himself a complete game shutout. Lemurs trying to avoid getting shut out here tonight as they trail 2-0. 0-1 the count. Reynolds 1 for 3 today, singled back in the 4th. The pitch taken outside, and the count 1-1. That was the best opportunity Lemurs had to score as Reynolds and Morrison both singled in that inning. Lemurs with just 4 hits today, and those were 2 of them. There's a swing and a little flare in a shallow right field over the glove of Wiley. It's another single for Reynolds, a second hit of the game. Well, last time Reynolds led off the inning with a single, Morrison followed suit with a bunt single. See what Morrison has here. Tying run now at the plate. That's huge for the Lemurs as Reynolds gets aboard to start the 9th. Down 2-0. Morrison 1 for 3 today. Couple of strikeouts to go along with that single. Lemurs do need 2 runs this inning. And the pitch to the Lemurs left fielder. He squared around, pulled the bat back. Outside for a ball, 1-0. 6 hits in the game for the T-Bones tonight. They've also made an error. Lemurs got a leadoff single by Rondon in the first, and then a leadoff single in the third inning by J.D. Pulford. They'll check on Reynolds. He dives back to the bag in time. And then haven't gotten a hit since Morrison's single in the fourth. They had one runner batter reach, Cesar Valera, on an error, but that was it. No walks tonight for Messer. 1-0 the count, the pitch up high, 2-0. Phipps is waiting on deck, and now there's going to be a mound visit by Tyler Moore. There is someone throwing in the T-Bones pen. I'm not sure who it is. It's a right-hander. I'm assuming it would be their closer. Which would be Mark Haynes, who has 14 saves on the year. Didn't see him last night. They threw Ybarra out there. And the 2-0 pitch, Morrison takes just a little high. Fans don't like the call. It's 3-0. Morrison representing the tying run right now with a runner at first base. And the on-deck batter, Dennis Phipps, representing the go-ahead run. Should Morrison reach. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch, Morrison taking all the way. It's a called strike, outer half at the knees. And the count, 3-1. Morrison with a hitter's count here. He has a little bit of pop. Has 4 homers on the year. And they've been some balls that have been smoked. Definitely has a lot of power in his bat, just not the towering home run type of hitter, a line drive guy. Guy who's going to hit it hard into a gap and get extra bases. Wouldn't mind that here where the gap in right center is 409. Hit it deep into that gap, get some extra bases. The 3-1 pitch, Morrison tried to do just that. He swings and misses. Maybe chased it a little bit. And the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two count, and the pitch. Morrison fouls it away.
Fans are running the Edelman Thompson raffle tonight, and your numbers are 03739. Again, those numbers 03739. Come from the locker. That's your ticket number.
So the count's still full, 3-2 to Morrison. Payoff pitch. He takes for a called strike 3.
He wanted to go to a T-Bones game with his family before he left. He's up in section 109. Go Blaine and go T-Bones.
Dennis Phipps to the plate. Phipps representing the tying run with 1 out in the ball game. Runner at first base, getting his lead is Reynolds. The pitch, Phipps takes curveball inside, a called strike. Just got that corner across the letters. 0-1 the count. Phipps 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Messer's gotten strikeouts when he's needed them in the pitch. Swing and a miss by Phipps, 0-2. Has 10 tonight with the strikeout of Morrison. Does Messer. Which is a season high by far. His highest previous total was 5 in a game. That was against Lincoln back on June 28th. 0-2 the count, the pitch. A little bit outside in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waiting on deck, Zane Chavez. One ball, 2 strikes. Messer delivers. Phipps swings, hits one high into the air, deep right field. Going back is Wheat. He's in front of the warning track, keeps back pedaling, but makes the catch with his heels right at the edge of the warning track in right field. Dalton Wheat catches the ball. Phipps just missing a home run by about 10 feet. And there's 2 outs in the inning. Laredo down to their final out. Reynolds still at first base. And Zane Chavez at the plate. Had some fans chanting double play earlier. Now they've switched to one more out. Sounds like a group of children. 0 for 3 is Chavez. You can change that with one swing of the bat here. First pitch, runner is moving. Swing and a miss. It'll be a defensive indifference as they don't care about Reynolds. They let him go. And that at least does help the Lemurs somewhat in that on a ground ball, they have to throw to first base. So if it's to the left side of the infield, you can't go the easy route and just toss it the short distance to second. You have to throw across the infield to first. 0-1 pitch. Chavez fouls it off his foot. So the count, 0-2. Lemurs down to their final strike. Messer trying to get the complete game shutout. Lemurs trying to get a win here in this 4-game series. Game 2. Time called at the plate by Chavez. Chavez digs in. Down 0-2 to Messer. Messer looks back at second, and the pitch swung on and line towards first. Blackwood leaps up and makes the catch. That'll end the ball game. Lemurs fall 2-0 to the T-Bones here in the second game of this 4-game series as they drop each of the first 2 games. We'll be back in a few moments as we recap this ball game. Again, Lemurs fall 2-0 to the T-Bones here in Game 2 of this 4-game set in Kansas City.
And if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Lemurs fall tonight by a score of 2-0. We'll recap this ball game here real quick. Not a lot of scoring, and there's only each starter went the distance tonight. So first inning, Lemurs got a leadoff single by Alvaro Rondon. Thought they might be in business against Jared Messer, who had pitched against the Lemurs twice before, and the Lemurs had some pretty good success against him, but not tonight. Burt Reynolds grounded into a double play, and Ty Morrison struck out to end that first inning, and the Lemurs would only send 3 batters to the plate. First inning for Kansas City, they got a leadoff single as well, but Ryan Beckman worked around it as Tyler Massey ended up reaching third base, but he retired the next 3 batters, and the Kansas City was kept off the board in the first as well. The Lemurs went 3 up, 3 down in the second. Kansas City got a leadoff double in the second by Anthony Gallus, followed by a grounded of Tyson Gillies to push Gallus to third. Dalton Wheat would single to drive in Gallus. Wheat would eventually reach third base after stealing second and reaching third on a grounder by Vladimir Frias, but inning was ended with Wheat still on third base, and it was 1-0 after 2 innings. Laredo wouldn't score in the third either. They would just get a leadoff single in that inning. neither would the T-Bones as they went 3 up, 3 down to Beckman in the third inning, including 2 strikeouts. Jared Messer, though, would give up back-to-back singles by Reynolds and Morrison in the fourth inning, as Reynolds would lead off the inning with a single. Morrison would bunt for a single. They'd end up reaching second and third on a wild pitch, but with Dennis Phipps, that was later on in the inning. Dennis Phipps would have runners on first and second. He would strike out. Zane Chavez would strike out, and then Jesus Poso would strike out. And in there, they would reach second and third during Poso's at-bat there in the fourth inning. And the Lemurs squandered an excellent chance to put runs on the board, and they didn't really get much of a chance the rest of the way, as they got just 2 base runners the rest of the night. In the fourth inning, well, T-Bones didn't do anything in the fourth either, as they went 3 up, 3 down in the fourth. In the fifth inning, Lemurs got a runner aboard, Valera on an error, but that was it. And the T-Bones, well, they got a leadoff single by Dalton Wheat, his second hit of the game. He ended up stealing second for the second time tonight. Vladimir Frias would ground out, pushing him to third, and then Tyler Moore would hit a grounder to Cesar Valera, who would throw to first base. After having a little issue getting the ball out of his glove to throw Dalton Wheat out at the plate, he'd just choose to go to first to get the runner out, and that would be out number 2 of the inning, and Tyler Massey would strike out to end the inning in the fifth, but T-Bones added another run in the fifth, making it 2-0. No one would score the rest of the way. In the ninth inning, the Lemurs would get a leadoff single by Burt Reynolds, but Ty Morrison would get a 3-0 count, but end up striking out after taking strike 1, swinging a missing strike 2, and taking a third strike there in the ninth. Dennis Phipps would hit one to the edge of the warning track in right field, just a mere maybe 8 to 10 feet away from tying the game, but it didn't get out, stayed in the ballpark, and there was out number 2. Zane Chavez with the ball well, but it would be a line drive right towards Blackwood. He'd leap a little bit to his right, make the catch, and the inning and ball game was over. Your final line for your pitchers tonight, as the 2-0 game is your final score. Lemurs falling to the T-Bones. Ryan Beckman gets the loss for the Lemurs, throwing 8 innings, giving up 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, as he would strike out 6 batters and walk 0. In fact, no walks at all tonight, as the final line for Jared Messer, he would get the win tonight, throwing a total of 9 innings this evening, giving up 5 hits, had a total of 10 strikeouts and no walks on the evening for Messer. Let's take a look at the box at the plate for the Lemurs tonight. Well, you had Burt Reynolds get his first hit as a Lemur. He went 2 for 4 tonight with a pair of singles, and really that was about it. No one else had multiple hit games. You had Rondon 1 for 4 on the evening, J.D. Pulver 1 for 3 on the night, and Ty Morrison 1 for 4 tonight. Those are the only Lemurs getting hits tonight, and you had and they're all singles. No extra base hits for Laredo this evening. We'll take one more look at the scoreboard around the league as we look a little bit to tomorrow's game. Tomorrow night, the Lemurs will send Gabe Perez to the mound, 1-0 with a 4.21 ERA. Perez was dominant in his last start. That was against the Texas Air Hogs, against Sean Fernie, who is 3-2 with a 3.14 ERA here at 7:05 p.m. He played a really quick game, under 2 hours tonight. That will happen when you don't make a pitching change at all and there's 0 walks in the game. But Sioux City is leading right now 2-0 in the top of the 6th over Lincoln. Winnipeg leading 7-4 over Wichita in the bottom of the 5th in Winnipeg. Fargo up 5-4 over Gary, that game in Fargo, on the bottom of the 8th. Air Hogs trailing the Blasters in Grand Prairie. The Joplin Blasters leading 6-1. And the St. Paul Saints up 3-0 over Sioux Falls in the top of the 3rd. Again, tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch, Fernie versus Perez. Fernie for Kansas City, Perez for the Lemurs, both right-handers. And the Lemurs with the win tonight, or the loss tonight, the Lemurs now 43-35, and Kansas City 35-42. Tomorrow, we still have 2 more games left of this series, tomorrow and Sunday, and then we'll be done. 4-game set, Lemurs dropping the first 2. I'm James Nasser. Thanks for listening in, and tune in tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch. Have all your action here on the Lemurs Broadcast Network. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.